And we have the next question from the mic over here.
Thank you once again, Brother Dr. Zakir, the organizers and everyone present here today. First of all, allow me to just clarify my sharing on the last question that I asked during the ITM. I just want to assure everyone that I come with good intentions, and I'm quite sad and disappointed that some.
Brother, as the rule was mentioned, 2 or 3 sentences. We don't want you to repeat what you did in Shalom. 2 or 3 sentences, no need of greeting us. Direct come to your question, 2 or 3 sentences, we'll give the answer. There are many people waiting in the queue, brother. So
Okay.
see to it that don't do what you did in Shalom. Ask a question in 2 or 3 sentences, forget the surrounding.
It's my field, answering question answer session. 2 or 3 sentences, ask your question, inshallah, I'll answer fast. Yes, brother.
I just want to, this is not a question, I just want to share another viewpoint regards the Ali Kitab.
Brother, this is a question answer time. If you have a question, pose the question. That will be appreciated.
I say this because, very interestingly, because Malaysia also follow the schools of Imam Shafi'i. And actually, Imam Shafi'i actually goes for the more open interpretations of the Ali Kitab, as opposed to some schools and jurists that only limit it to the Jews and Christians. Actually, it's based on the scrolls of Abraham, the Psalms of David, Quran verse chapter 87, verse 19. And I hear a commentary by Prof. Hashim Kamali in this book, Common Grounds Between Islam and Buddhism, which I will present it to you afterwards.
Brother, I told you last time, Imam Shafi wrote the book Get me reference from that, I will believe. You are getting a book somebody else wrote. For me, when I quote you Quran directly and read from the Quran, if you read from a book somebody else has written, that doesn't carry weight for me. For me, if you want to quote Imam Shafi, he had Jadid and Qadim. I have read that book. Quote me from that book. Don't quote me from a book somebody else has written. It's not correct. It's not verified. You are doing the same thing what it is in Shalom. If you want to quote Imam Shafi, quote from his book not from the book you are holding. The book you are holding is not You go to the library, get the book of get the translation, quote from that, I'll believe in you.
This is also from the Quran, and it states that actually you should have an open interpretation. And can I ask you a question, Dr. Zakir? Are you also a human?
Of course, I'm a human.
So are you also bound to make mistakes?
I can make, but to prove I made a mistake, you have to prove where my mistake is.
That's why that is why I state to you from a commentary from an eminent Muslim scholar, not from my own interpretation.
But that eminent is not matching with the Quran. My interpretation, what I'm talking is based on the Quran. And majority of the scholars, Jumhur scholars of Islam believe Ahle Kitab means only Jews and Christians.